Started. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you. I'm glad I made it.
Thank you for responding to my DM. I didn't think that you was gonna take me up on this.
No. I feel like I try my best to jump at any opportunities. So it's like I saw that. I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to get into speaking a little bit more.
Yeah. This is your first pod appearance or no?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into it. We free flowing. We're gonna really get into it. So I know you make content Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
And I know people could be weird on the internet, especially for women. So I want to know, like, what's the weirdest like DM or comment that you've gotten since you started?
Oh my God. I've gotten so many. But the weirdest one, it was this guy who like DM'd me. He was like, through the screen, I can feel you, and we don't know each other, but your essence. I said, oh no, this man is in my bushes. Like I had to block him of me. I said, oh nah, like, what do you mean you can feel? No, that was crazy.
Damn, yeah, folks, like, is this like a fake page, dummy page?
No, it was,
like,
I mean, I don't know. I blocked him so quick that like, I've like read the whole, like, I can feel your essence and your energy, whatever. And I was like, oh, you got to get blocked. Like, you got to go. So I don't even know if I didn't do no investigation on his page.
Man, sorry that happened to you, bro.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's like, you just got to block. I feel like the internet is one of those things where you do not have to engage. Like, I feel like people are like constantly just on the internet being trolls. So it's like, you can either engage with them or you can just block. Like, this is my page. You don't, like, I can.
So, like, what advice would you give other creators that deal with either weirdness, hate, etc.?
Ignore it or block them. I'm a serial blocker. Like, you say what about, you're gone.
But once you get to a certain point, though, you can't block everybody unless you're gonna hire a team to block everybody.
I feel like you don't have to block everybody, but you can block the things that are like making you uncomfortable. Obviously, there's gonna be hate comments. Like, there's stuff that I see on a regular basis where it's like, oh, you might have a perception about this and you might have an opinion. Those type of things just ignore because people are just engaging and actually boost your content in a way. And then there's other things that, like, if they're uncomfortable, if they're disrespectful, if when you look at it, it just kind of makes you feel a type of way, I say block those people, even if it takes you some time. I don't think anybody's that big to not see something that's going to bother them and then be like, oh, I can just ignore it. No, if it's really bothering you, block them.
Yeah, like you said, like, if it really bothering you. For me, it's like, I knew going into this that that's what comes with the territory.
Yeah,
you know
true,
what I mean?
true.
I troll back, to be honest.
I don't, only because...
You should, for the engagement. That's why.
But I just be feeling like... So I used to be like a troll. Like, well, I grew up I'm from Jersey, so it's like our culture is just to kind of go tit for tat. Yeah, like, you know. But it's like, these people are bots. Like, y'all don't even exist in real life. Like, what am I? Like, you're literally, you do not exist in real life. Like, you have, your profile picture is a bird, and you follow 16,000 people, and you don't have one follower. Like, what do I really like getting amped up about? Like, or even trolling you? Like, you don't exist. And I mean, granted, like, for engagement purposes, like, I guess my version of trolling is like educating people that sound stupid. So it's like, if you come under my comments and you're just saying something ignorant, like, I'm going to say something like very sarcastic, like, oh, this was a very interesting take. Actually, if you thought about it in this way, like, so it looks like I'm educating you, but like, I am, but I'm actually kind of making you feel kind of stupid because you came in here being ignorant and then you left with some sort of like education. Right. So that's kind of how I like troll back a little bit. It's like, I'm actually educating y'all in the comments for real.
Speaking of trolling, the reason why, like, how I found you is because I think I found you on TikTok and I saw your video. I think it was about a story time about some guy that was spitting game or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I ain't gonna lie, when you got to the very end, you was like, still didn't give him my number. I was like, oh no. I ran to the comments.
Yeah, the comments they've been chewing me up. Yeah. But it's like people are mad because it's their ego. You're not mad. No. Actually, you're mad because of your ego. And it's like, like, she probably wouldn't give me her number either if I was him. And it's like, that's what you feel. Like, that's the anger you feel. Like, because what I said wasn't crazy. I was just saying that I was in the store, had a bunch of stuff in my hands. I like said, oh, like, I'm going to be the solution to your problem. Oh, that's another thing. People think it's a made up story. That's another thing. Anyway, like, I'll be the solution to your problem, and then handed me something else to carry. In my opinion, that didn't really solve anything because you gave me something else. Like, I'm already like this, and now you like, here you go. So now I'm like this, like, okay, thank you. And then you're like, oh, can I get your number? And I'm like, brother, let's just, thank you though. Appreciate the box. And he walked away. And it was cool, but rage bait.
Definitely rage bait. So I was going through your content. And I saw a lot of your hot takes.
Yeah.
And I saw that you said that you are not dating in DC, and I want to know why.
Ooh, that's a loaded question. I made a video one day about how I felt like DC was like college for adults.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I look at it, it's like you got your like popular kids, you got your like, you know, arts, like literally there's something for everybody.
Right.
But within that same like thought process, like I feel like even the way that dating and the scene looks, it really kind of looks like college. Like everybody's kind of like intertwined in some way. Everybody's kind of like sleeping around in some way, you know? So I feel like for me, like dating is very intentional. Like I try to go into spaces like very like purposeful and intentional. And so I just have not seen anybody that's serious enough to be like, yeah.
Trying to like it.
Yeah, no. And then it's like when you take some time to really like learn how everything's connected, it's just like, oh, this is messy. Like I don't want my name involved in any mess. Like I'm so private about my business. So it's like, my name involved in some mess? I can't. This ain't gonna work.
Yeah, at least tried, or did you like try and had a bad experience?
No, I didn't try. I mean, I guess that's the problem. Like, you don't really know till you try. I've seen enough though. Like, I didn't need to be in the field to like see what was happening. Like, see what's happening outside in the field.
Yeah, I saw that what you said about DC being college. I'm like, for adults, and I was.
It really like
I just stop and think about that one for a little minute because I'm like, you know, it kind of is.
It really is.
I don't know. I think, at least for me, it feels like a little bit more like an extension of college because I went to Howard.
Yeah, right. So yeah. It's like, so your peoples are here. Like,
oh, yeah. Like, my peoples is here. My frat right there. Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? So I could feel that.
Yeah. No, and I feel like the thing is, it's like, there's nothing wrong. Like, I think that's a testament to the fact that, like, we're basically, you know, adults, like people with money. So like we went to school, got out of college, got a good job. And now we're like, it's like basically being in college, but with money now. So like, that's kind of how I look at it. Like everybody is outside, enjoying themselves, being able to like treat themselves to the lifestyle that they want to live. Mm-hmm. But there's just like so much accessibility that there's sometimes that like, that college-y feel to the city a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So I've been having this conversation recently, probably the past like week or so, doing my own. What'd you call it? I think you called it. You posted something on your story about field research. Yeah, I'm doing my own field research.
Okay.
So like, is the dating scene like for women? Is it really that bad? Is it really that hard?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. There's more women in DC than there are men.
Okay.
So, and I will say like, and I don't know if this is controversial, hot take, whatever you call it, but like men do control the dating scene. So like when men want to get like serious or like when they want to whatever, it's like, if whoever is around and in their vicinity, like that's the person that they'll probably, you know, align on and date. Outside of that, like for the most part, because, you know, not some women might do it. For the most part, like women not getting on their knee to like ask somebody to marry them, like, or, you know, hey, like, let's be committed. Can you be my boyfriend? Like, it's really like men ushering that. So because there's more women in the city than men, I feel like sometimes like there's like, when we think about like Hinge, like it's like life, like dating becomes like Hinge, where it's like, oh, this option and this option and this option and this option and this option. Yeah. So it doesn't really give people incentive. And then also you think about like the demographic of people being paid, you know, people having like higher status, whatever. It's like, oh, well, like I really can just date on my own time and on my own terms. And also within, like I have a plethora of Hinge options to choose from. So if I don't want, you know, if you're not going to do or go for whatever I'm going for, it's 16 other girls who will. So I think that's what kind of, not just in DC, but I think like in general, that's what's like making dating a lot harder.
Okay. And so I think for me, it's like, is it really that hard to find a man that actually wants to settle down? Like, is it really that hard? Like, you've never met a single man?
No, I mean, I've been in a relationship. Like, I've had boyfriends. So obviously, yeah, you can. In DC, I just feel like life too lit. Like people are really having fun. Like people are having fun. Like people are not like they're outside, and it's like we're not old. Like yeah, we're getting up there, but we're not old. So like people are literally just.
You're what, 28?
27.
Oh, 27. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like people are just like enjoying their lives, and I think once, things start to kind of slow down, settle down, all right, now folks are going to start feeling a little bit different. But I just think right now people are like at their prime and expanding their prime. So it's like from that, it's really hard to find somebody right now and be like, yeah, I'm ready to move to the burbs and get about the city and get a dog and all.
I always tell myself I damn near gonna cry when I move out of DC.
No, because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
Especially moving out of DC and settling down at the same time. Oh yeah, no. From my experience, I'm not necessarily saying that I'm Mr. Oh my goodness, I'm out here looking for a girlfriend, but I have yet to meet a woman who actually told me like, oh, I genuinely like am looking for like a boyfriend so I can settle down, have a family soon. Like this is what I want. And this is a priority like soon. This is
like ASAP.
A lot of it is like, if it happens, it happens. And like if it don't happen, it don't
cool.
really. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah. I guess I'm with. So do you feel like? Oh, so now I'm switching the questions back. But like, so do you?
Wait. I'm playing.
I'm like, so then do you feel like the dating scene is the way it is because there aren't like you're not interacting with women who seem to be serious, or do you feel like both parties just seem to be a little unserious? So it's just kind of like everybody just doing their own thing.
I'll be completely honest.
Yeah,
I have not really. I thought about this a while ago. No.
Yeah.
So I have a journal, right?
Okay.
And I've written in my journal. I started it in what was the day? It was October 14th, 2018, and I write in it every day. To this day, I still write in it every day. And I think maybe a couple years back, maybe 2, 3, I was like trying to like be serious. I don't know. Something happened and I was like, you know what? To be fair, I don't think I really gave it my all. Like, did I really be like, well, I said like, let me be as intentional as possible? No. But it's like, I don't know. So I really don't put myself in positions to really find women that are like super intentional. But like all the women I have talked to, it's not.
It was like jokes.
Yeah. It's not. Well, I mean, talk to. I don't mean just like. I mean, like having a conversation like me and you. It's like, oh, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah. Fair.
So, okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's a combination of both parties being a little unserious. And that's why I avoid it. Period. Because like I think I actually moved to DC and I was in a relationship long distance. And then,
from Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not terrible.
No, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's like not ideal, I'll say. And so when we broke up last June, that was kind of like me integrating into the city, like as a single person. But even then I was just like, nah, I'm cool. So I don't know. We got a summer coming up, so we'll see.
Yeah. Summertime's gonna be
great. I said it's too late now. Like everybody got to start by September. If you ain't cuffed by now, like, September, everybody gonna start reevaluating what they got going on.
Speaking of packing it up, I remember I had a conversation with my homegirls. So I'm 28. I think how old was we? We was 24. We was either 24 or 25. And then they asked me, they was like, so Miles, at what age do you think I need to these need to start turning?
Yeah.
Like we need to start like really buckling down. And I was just like, 27, 28. One of them, what's it? The 11th one of them turns 28 in 4 days.
Okay.
And it's been.
But you know what's so crazy? Like when I was younger, I had assumed that I would be like married by 24. It's when I was like 20. I cannot imagine having a kid. I was about to cuss, but a kid
you can't on this
right
show.
now at 27. Like I couldn't imagine. Like right now I'm here, we rapping. I'm like, oh, I gotta go home. What? And it's crazy because I'm grown. Like I'm a full blown adult. Good job. And imagine it.
Yeah.
I feel it's like we're not. I don't know. The way we thought about aging, I felt like was skewed. Like when we were younger. Like now I'm thinking about 27, and then COVID, all that stuff happened. But like thinking about 27, 28, it's like, bro, like what? Marriage, kids, right now.
I mean, look, some people were really doing it. Like I know.
No, there are a lot of people that's doing it.
From my high school, she has 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think she got like married. She went to the military, married, divorced, had 4, and I'm just like, damn, girl, you done lived the whole life, and we just.
and I'm a kid. Like I can't even have a damn dog. I can't even get a dog. Dog feet. I'm trying to feed myself.
That's what I thought. I saw a dog.
I want one, but I feel like I move around just too much.
Yeah, nah. I've seen people with dogs, and they basically all tell me like it's damn near like having.
Yeah, no. A kid that I like voluntarily paid for. No.
Yeah. And then they be telling me that you gotta take them out like 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah, I had to walk my friend's dog the other day, and I never walked a dog before. So this was like an experiment. Oh my God. It took me an hour. Because I didn't know how to put the heart, like it was just so many like moving parts that I was like, oh my God, I never thought about like how much goes into just like walking a dog. I'm just thinking what
goes into it? You just have the leash and you just walk. Right?
But no, like you got to make sure the dog like won't play around. Like, cause like if a dog isn't overly like super comfortable with you, you try to put a leash on it, it's ripping and running, it's barking, like it's, and then it's like, you got to make sure it uses the bathroom. So when I finally get him outside, he just sniffing and stuff. I'm like, bruh, please go to the bathroom. So yeah, no, I don't think a dog is in my future. Not until I'm married and in the suburbs and all that.
Definitely not. I always told myself, I'm like, damn, like, if I was dating a girl and she came with a dog, I'd be like,
wait, but that's a two people is better than one.
It's true, but it's like, bro, the thought of like, I gotta get up, like, and interrupt like 4 times a day, and I work from home, so it's like, I get up at 9, take the dog out.
So convenient.
Then I come back, do my work, and now it's lunchtime. I take the dog out, and then I do my thing, take him out maybe one more time once I get off work, and then one more time before I go to bed.
It's a lot.
I do that every day.
Yeah, every day until it's no longer with you guys.
But like, I don't know. For me, I like the autonomy to like be able to like move
how I want.
And like how I want. I don't want to have to think about like, damn, I want to go. Like, I'm going to LA for the World Cup.
Okay.
For some of my teammates in high school. Thank you. I don't want to think about like, damn.
I gotta find a dog sitter and like who's gonna watch it. And
I was gonna ask you, what was your worst dating experience?
Worst. Worst. I've had pretty good dating experiences, truly. Because obviously I'm so intentional about dating. So like when I'm actually in the field, it's pretty well. I think the worst like date I've ever been on, a first date, this guy, he ended up taking me to, I met him out with my friends, whatever. He ends up taking me to like Nobu, and it's cool. Like it's cool, you know, it's all high scale, whatever. Yeah, it's like a sushi restaurant. We get there, and I'm like not somebody who's very like materialistic person. So people lead with that. It kind of throws me off. So anyway, we're at the date, and the whole time he just like spins complaining about how like all his friends don't get as much money as him, and how he be trying to put everybody on to like, you know, get into a bag, and how he started this like, oh my God, I hope he doesn't hear this. But anyway, how he started this like, you know, vitamin care business in Las Vegas, and he told his mans to jump on board, and they just would rather be broke. Like he's like, and mind you, this is our first like time engaging.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, like, what you gonna say about me when I leave? Like, you don't even know me. You airing your homies out, like you airing them out. And I'm like, do you feel like that's about to make me feel like, oh my God, you're so rich? Like, I'm confused. Like, I was so thrown off. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I'm ready to go. Like, it was like, yeah, after a point, and then I kept trying to like diverge the conversation. I was like, well, you know, like, you know, everybody has their own race, their own pace. Like, you know, maybe they just got other things they want to, but I've been saying this for years. Like, I'm like, brother, like, you don't got nothing else to talk about. So yeah, that was a really weird experience. That was one. Oh, I have another one. Second one was first date again. And I'm there, we're like vibing, we're chilling, kind of like talking, whatever. And I don't know why I kind of hate this question on a date, but when they're like, what's your love language? And I'm like, hear me out. I feel like it's sometimes it'd be like strategic, because they'd be like, oh, what's your love language? I say, oh, whatever it is. And they're like, oh, mine's physical touch. And then we'll reach over to touch me. Brother, like, that's not really smooth. And so basically that's kind of what happened. Like, I'm out with this guy, and like, I'm like, you know, we're just having a conversation. He's like, yeah, like my love language is physical touch. Like, I just need to be close to my person, da-da-da. And then just like starts like trying to move my chair over. I'm like, bro, like, please back the hell up. Like, this is starting to get a little uncomfortable. So yeah, those two.
How often have you heard that line before about mine's physical touch and da-da-da?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I think
you're the first person I've ever heard this
listen, if you hear that on a first date, be careful, because that really, no, it's really a thing. Like, the amount of times I've been out and then it'd be like, oh, what's your love language? And then I'm like, oh, what's yours? Or like, whatever I say mine, I'm like, what's yours? Like, oh yeah, mine's physical touch. Like, I just love to be like close to my partner. And I'm like, okay, all right. I get where you're going with this, but let's just finish our food.
And just go.
Yeah, like, that's right. Let's pack it up. Yeah.
Okay. So I know you're very intentional about separating your real life from your online world. Like, what has that experience taught you about having to separate the two?
I think, so like, naturally, I'm just very like sociable, even professionally, socially, whatever. And so for me, like, I just think that like two worlds can exist at the same time, but you just have to be very like strategic about how you do it. So like, for me in my professional life, like, I show up 100%, you know, when it comes to my work, and it's not hard to find me. Like, I've been on like, you know, interviews and stuff, presenting the companies and all the things from a corporate perspective, but then also like online, like, I just try to make sure that if there ever was a situation where, you know, somebody's seen something online, like, it's still aligned with just my brand as a whole. So I don't know. I think it's just like, one, we learned social media rules when we were kids, and I don't know what happened when we got rules. Yeah, like social media rules. Like guidelines. Don't post your location when you're there. Like, wait till you leave. But it's crazy to see how like far gone we are when it comes on the net. Like, where it's like, we just forget that there's digital footprint. And I'm sure, like, you know, when I was like 12, I probably was like so fresh and trying to just do whatever. And it's like, no, like, you really have to be like strategic about that. And that has nothing to do with like professional or not. It's just more like your image and how you want to represent yourself online.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I remember I did a challenge. I was trying to run a mile. I think, what was it? It was sub 7 or sub 6. It was sub 7, then I got that, then sub 6.
Yeah.
And I remember as I was running, like, I would like have the camera up, but like, I would be conscious. I'm like, I don't know what street.
Like, what? There's times where if I'm like walking like near my apartment, I won't record, because I'm like, what if somebody know this tree? Like, I don't know. Like, what if somebody knows this tree, or what if somebody knows this?
I'm trying to tell you, with AI, they can definitely.
And it's scary, because it's not even if they know. It's like, people are actively doing this shit. Like, I think it's one thing if like, oh, this is just being paranoid. No. People are actually like trying to find where you work, trying to find where you, like, it's like weird. I mean, you know, the docs and the bots or whatever. Yeah. So I just try to make sure that like, and I think for anybody out there, like, just be conscious, be smart, like, don't be loose. Like, don't be loose. Like, you don't got to be overly strict or whatever, but like, make sure you're on your P's and Q's, because at the end of the day, like, your safety is everything. And I'm really big on that.
100%. So why do you, I noticed that you post your content on TikTok and Instagram. Why don't you get on YouTube?
So I actually just did start like dropping like YouTube shorts recently, and I got 10 subscribers like within the last 2 weeks.
Where's the link?
YouTube era loading. You know what it is?
What is it?
Like right now I can do, like, also I was going like TikTok live and stuff like that. Like, I can yap. I think the editing, like, when I got to get down to like really sit, and I'm good at editing actually, like, if I'm really like trying, but that's kind of what be like deterring me from YouTube. So I do the shorts right now, and then maybe some more long form content. Like,
if you were to do YouTube long form, are you going to do like more vlogs? Like, what does that look like?
It would probably be just like, I don't know, like, I try to, I'm the oldest of 7, so I always like look at myself as like just big sis, like, all the time. I think there will be like a lot of things that I've learned about myself, you know, that I want to talk about in terms of like lessons learned, growth. When I'm talking about like, even, again, I'm separate about my professional life, but like, if you are looking to like, you know, do professional work, things like that, like, what does that look like? Translate, like, how do your skills that you have now translate into the real world? Blogs, like, I think my like brand as it is, like, really just like it's not curated. Like I'm literally just a representation of like every little piece of my life and then just trying to package it up in a way that resonates with other people. Yeah. So I do a little bit of everything.
Then just vlogging.
So whatever if you need a little like, TED talk, if you need some prayer, okay, because I'm talking to God, like whatever we need to do, like I think I'm very diverse in that sense. Yeah.
So how do you go about, I guess, like figuring out what to post? Do you like just wake up one day and be like, I'm just gonna make content about this, or like do you plan things out in advance?
No. So like something that like I'm really passionate about is just like community and impact and like advocacy. Like that's really just like at my core. And I think when I started like making content in DC, it was really around like just things that I was doing, like whether that was like going out to eat, whatever. And then I was realizing, I'm like, oh my God, it's just so many of our people out here. Like and so many of our people, so many of our people out here that's just doing really dope stuff. Like, how do I capture that? And then how do I like integrate into the world where it's like, okay, like where are there other opportunities that I can either usher other people into? Things like that. So I feel like my content kind of always ties back into how do I make this applicable to other people, whether that's like inspiring you. So if you was a girl and you saw my content about like not dating or like not engaging in sexual relations or whatever, you're like, okay, like that's interesting. Why? Like, so I always try to tie all of my things back to, how does this like resonate or impact somebody else's life in a positive way. So like, for example, like I went to a bullpen event and it was like raining.
You went?
Yeah, I did.
I'm not gonna lie. I went to brunch that day. Me and my homie, we bought tickets.
It was fire.
I don't know. I was just like, are we really gonna go? It's low-key cold. It's raining.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem, right? That's the problem. Because I feel like, and that's kind of where I do like, when I decide to like do certain forms of content, it's like, I don't know, like the life is hard, right? Life is hard. There's just so much going on in the world. Every time you turn on the internet, it's something negative. Like it's just so much, right? And I think as Black people, sometimes like we like can box ourselves in like, nah, I ain't doing that. Like that ain't our type of stuff. We ain't about to be dancing in the rain. Like, but why not? Like, if I understand that it's cold, put on a jacket. I understand that it might be raining a little bit, put on a poncho. There are so many people, like I used to run cross country. We running in rain, sleet, hail, snow. It don't really matter because it's like, we just got to get it done. Like, I feel like sometimes just like do the thing and then go for the experience the joy. Like there were so many people I was seeing out there, like break dancing. I'm just like, yo, like this is literally like the like Black joy, like in the sense of like it's not curated, it's not like performative. Like people who are out here genuinely are just having fun, and like I feel like that's something that I feel like we should be doing more of.
I like that, and honestly, now that you say that, next time it rains, I'll be like, it's raining outside, so I better see you outside.
I'll be like, yeah, I'm here. And then I'm going to be under the little thing, and then I'm coming back out if it start pouring, because I definitely was under a little, when it was pouring. But when it cleared up, I was back. I was out. And one thing about me, I'm a dance. Like, I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to interact with people, like, that I don't know. I'm going to meet somebody, and I'm going to bust a move, because at the end of the day, like, again, life is hard. We only live. We literally don't know our last day. Like, and not to be vulgar, but like truly, like we don't. So I always like think in the sense of like in a positive way of like, because of that, I want to make sure that I'm like trying to live life in a way that really feels like authentic, that really feels like I'm bringing as much joy into my life as possible. Mm-hmm. So,
you know what you should do? You seem to be very mixy. You should go to like all these parties. And you ever see those content creators that be like doing interviews and they just ask people random questions?
Yeah.
You should do that. Yeah. You ever thought about that?
I actually got asked to do it for a party that passed. So we gonna connect on that because I was supposed to do it. Actually, I don't know. I mean, like, I could ask people questions though. I definitely could.
You see what happened to the, I mean, you don't have to go this far, this vulgar, but you saw what happened to Hawk Tulish became a millionaire overnight because of that shit. You know what I mean? So
just talking, and I do talk to people. Yeah.
You're really extroverted?
No. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Oh, here we go. Let's hear it.
So weird.
That's it.
But I am
Miss Outside breakdancing in the rain.
I am.
Okay.
You know what it is? It's like I'm a extroverted person to myself.
What does that mean?
Meaning like I'm actually pretty shy sometimes. Like if I see other cameras coming around and they're like ready to record me, I'm like, all right, chill. But as soon as I see the camera move away, like now I'm ready to like be myself. Like I don't know, like I'm like extroverted in the sense of like I don't mind doing things and like I will go outside, whatever. But I'm also like pretty reserved where like I also don't like being the center of attention. So like if there's like too much going on, like you'll see, even if I'm in a club or something, like you'll see I might like do my little thing, bust a move, but I'm gonna be over there in the corner and they're gonna be like, oh, there's London, like she over there. Like she's not trying to be like front and center all the time. And I don't know, it's just my vibe. Like I'm more like, casual.
It always interests me to hear content creators that post, especially as consistently as you say, like, oh shit, and go live and interact with people like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, because, okay, I was a psych major, you know what I'm saying? So bring out the degree. Like, I mean, it's really about how you recharge. Like when I recharge, like I really do that alone. Like I'm very much a like, and it's so crazy because like you think of my community, like back home, like I have a lot of just different like friend groups, associate groups, things like that. And people that I've connected with like just throughout my life. So like people would really think like they'd be like, yo, like London, like, this person, and it's like, yeah, but I'm like so like inept on just how to like have like a good conversation with someone and just kind of keep it pushing. And then also just nice. So if I see you again, I'm gonna speak, like I'm not gonna be weird. That it's kind of like made this like, oh wait, she's super extroverted. But to be honest, like if I had to choose sometimes, like no, most of the time I'm gonna be like off to the side recording. That's what I like to do. Like I like to take the pictures of people. I like to take the videos of people. I like to take the videos of the experience. But me, all right, now we starting to get a little crazy.
That's one thing I like whenever I do these interviews, like I don't mind doing the interviews because like I actually prefer doing them because it like highlights you, my guests, etc.
Yeah.
Like whenever it's just me in front of the camera, I just be like.
And hence why I haven't started doing long form content on YouTube. You gotta think like when it really starts to make sense when you think about it. Because even my like core videos that I posted that I've like clipped up, it's me on live where I'm just kind of like talking, but I'm not like pre-planned. This is what I'm going to hit on. Like, cause now I'm like, all right, this is starting to feel goofy. Like, I don't know. Like this is starting to, and it's not real. Like, it's not real. It's all in my head.
Prompter over there.
Yeah, like I'm like, okay. And so for this episode, like, I don't know, like, and it's not goofy. It's not. It's just like, that's like what's happening in my head. So, I'm working through it. Like I was a lot more internally like reserved, I would say. Cause again, I don't think people like if I spoke on like a panel or if I spoke, at work, like, and I was like shaking and stuff, people would be like, oh, I could never tell. But like, I've like started to get a lot more comfortable over time, but it's still.
Yeah, I'm telling you, YouTube long form, especially like the videos that you actually have to plan the script, I hate doing those. Like I envy people who do like once a week I sit down, I script and like
shout out to y'all. And it's like, I don't know if I always have actually, no, I'm lying. I always got something to talk about. And I will say, I think that's why like, I made a joke on TikTok one time and I was like, I think this is my spam account because I really just like to post what I want to post. And I feel like we've gotten into like a realm with like social media where everything's so like perfect and curated and, I gotta have this. I am not that girl. Like I'm really like go with the flow. Like I'm type B in real life. So I low key be feeling like even my page sometimes it gives type B. Like she just woke up today and said, oh, this is cute. Let me just post it. And I feel like that's like something I lean into versus like run away from when I post. Yeah.
So one thing that you mentioned on our pre-call before this, you said something about people consume too many opinions. I want you to expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, no, I genuinely believe we were not supposed to hear as many people talk that we do. Like on a like you think about TikTok, like, and even me, I am guilty number one. Like when you can just brain rot and you hear an opinion on I don't even know, like taxes, then you hear government, then you hear social media, then you hear relationships, and every person has an opinion. And I think like being a human, we were never supposed to consume as many opinions as we do. And I think it's constricting like us having free flowing thought. Like, I think now, like I don't know, when I was like a kid, maybe in like 3rd grade, we talked about like, you know, group think and, you know, group lead, you know, all that stuff. And that really, like I feel like now we're kind of raising a generation of, not to say it like this, but like followers, like people are unable to like believe and like have conviction about what they genuinely believe because of somebody else's opinion. They're scared to give their own opinion because it's like, oh, well, if I give my own opinion, all the backlash is going to come from it, whatever. So I just think that like we were never supposed to consume as many thoughts from other people that we do. And that's why we have to touch grass. Like we have to go outside, touch grass. We have to read. Like we have to pick up books and read. And we have to like sit with our own thoughts sometimes. I read a book and it was about how like, I don't even know the statistic and I don't want to get it wrong, but a major part of our thoughts are not original thoughts that we've had. Okay. Like it's just through something that we've heard. Like, so whether that was, experience, like it's actually not an original thought. It's like something that either someone said and it just like stuck with you. And so now you feel like that's your thought, or it's something that you read, like whatever. And I thought that was so interesting because it's like, wait, like when's the last time I created like an original idea, an original thing that was like, oh wait, this is like my core. Like this is like this is something that's coming from me. And so I just think we have to sit with ourselves more, like in silence, in the dark, just like, yo, what's going on in here?
Yeah, that's why I like having a journal, because just sitting down and being able to write about my day. On Sundays, I reflect on like my emotional state, shit like that. And so like it's good to get the thoughts out.
Yes, and like I actually feel like a natural like worrier. Like if you're someone who just happens to like think about a million different things at once, like you have to sit and just be like, wait, like, let me slow down. What am I thinking? What am I going through? Like, you know, and I think we don't do that enough because like society is just so fast paced, like down to, again, TikTok, our attention spans is like left so fast where like, if TikTok, and I'm guilty, like if he talking too slow, it's either 2 times speed or I gotta move on. Like I can't like get to the point. So I just think like you said, journaling is good. I journal a lot. Reading, you know, if you're into your word, like reading the Bible, praying, like just like things to like really start getting your brain moving outside of the internet.
So I was talking to somebody and I said, and I told them, if there's one thing that I can instill in my kids, like everything else is basically optional, but this one thing like they're going to have, it would be to just think critically and question everything. Like even like what I'm saying, like even like don't just think that just because I'm your dad, like you should be doing like just sit just sit with that. Think about it. Think about, is that true? Why that's true? Like I really want my kids to genuinely be.
No, it's so funny because when I was a kid, oh my God, like my mouth, in the sense of like, my mom Black parents, do what I say and shut up. What I say goes, you don't have an opinion. And I used to get in so much trouble because no. And it's like, don't be disrespectful to your parents, right? But like, for me, like growing up, I was always like so big on like holding on to my opinion. If I didn't agree with something, Mom, just because you said that, like that's not, it's not real just because it's coming through your lens. And if I got to get in trouble for that, whatever, like, you know, and so I think that's something I'm definitely going to instill in my kids respectfully, right? Because if I was ever disrespectful, you know, we got it together. But I think that it's important to like really make sure that, because without free thinkers, like I said, we're building a generation of followers. Who's going to be the people who are actually like leading and giving and
pushing society
and pushing forward. If everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm down, like it's like a domino effect. Like, oh, we have even seen the AP watches on.
Oh my God, that shit has had me crying.
Bruh. I literally texted my homegirls. I'm like, these shits look like Google watches. Like, what are we really talking about? It's like, it's not, but because it's trendy, it's nice, everybody's talking about it.
I mean, they do it for the status. At least the guys are doing it for the status.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I personally wouldn't do it because it's like, I know everybody else is going to buy it.
And it's like, and it's nothing wrong with it to an extent, right? Like if people, but it's like, do you actually like it? And I think that's the question. Like, I feel like that's where we start to like miss out on things. It's like, am I getting this because it's a trend, or like, do I genuinely like this?
So
yeah,
this is I want to dig a little deeper into this.
Yeah.
So this is a conversation I literally was having yesterday.
Yeah.
And like it goes like with the AP watches and how like is it trendy? Like, do you really like it?
Yeah.
And I was explaining to this girl that a lot of like what drives like subconsciously, I don't think that people are genuinely doing this, but a lot of what drives what we do as humans is towards reproduction, right? And so the reason why the men are out here trying to get APs or fake APs or whatever is because they want to have that status, because that's kind of like a peacock, and they might be able to get women and be able to get laid and and be able to like, you know what I mean? But like, do I genuinely think that these guys are out there like, oh my goodness, like I
love this watch.
I love this watch, or oh my goodness, when I get this watch, I'm about to get laid. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where it's just like, if you see that, like that is a trend, like, oh shit, like women like niggas with status and blah, 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 AP this, AP that, oh shit, let me hop on the bandwagon. So I think that they genuinely like it? No, I don't think.
No, and I mean, that's a really good point, because at the end of the day, you hear that trend, it's like, everything I do is for the bitch.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's
I'm
like,
trying to tell you.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, I can understand that, especially like, and we're talking about like heterosexual normality. It's like, yes, in that realm, like a lot of people are doing those things, but then that brings up the conversation around like, if that is how you're leading, right? Like if it's like, oh, like I'm getting this to show off and I'm with the girls and don't be that same man that's like, all women want is money and this and that, because those are the type of women you're going to attract. You're going to attract materialistic women when you're leading with your materials. It's like, if I'm getting this item because I feel like, or if I'm getting this big old chain, if I'm getting this car or whatever, because I want the girls to like see I'm fly, whatever. Okay. So when that girl recognizes the type of watch you got on, the chain, how much that chain was, this and that, and then you like, oh, she's so superficial. I want a woman who's wholesome, who doesn't want, like, that's the lifestyle you're attracting. Like, we got to live in our frequency. Like, you're going to attract those type of people.
And, you know, I've thought about that, too. I go back and forth with my mans about, like, damn, like, I'd rather, like, I don't know. I'd rather find my wife before I make it so I know that she likes me. For me, I don't want to get to the top and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you got all these options, but it's like, that's because you at the top.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean? Duh.
And I think, like, I don't know, like, I didn't grow up with just a bunch of, like, material things. And everything that I got, like, I've always, like, been taught to, like, value. There is value in everything that you do, whatever. Even when, you know, like, again, I worked a really good job. Like, money was never really like an object for me. But even when like that's the case, it's like there's not about to be this situation where I'm trying to portray a lifestyle that I'm not living, or just trying to portray this lifestyle just for the sake of being like, oh, I got these things. Like, no, I'd rather like date someone or be with someone or like front all of the things with people who are like just genuine, modest, and when we want to pop out, we can, like, we can do our big one, but that's not my core. So like there's more depth to me in a sense.
So in one of your reels, you talked about how people only support you up to a certain ceiling. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, no, I think it's sad. I mean,
you've experienced that firsthand?
You messy.
I'm doing my job.
No, I think that you like, there's always going to be the people who who are loud and are like overly supportive and things like that. But I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like people got comfortable being like, I don't got to support my friend just because she's trying to do this thing. Like, if I don't resonate with what she's doing, then that's weird. And I feel like we have to acknowledge that it's weird, because why not? Like, I genuinely be like thinking like, okay, if I saw something that my friend posted and she's trying to start a new business venture, whatever, even if I can't say she was starting a business for petite women, for women who are max 5'2" and extra small, right? And I seen that was her business venture. I'm not about to be like, oh, well, I mean, I'm 5'7", so I mean, I support you, but like, I ain't gonna repost. That's weird. Like, even because that's her target audience and that's my friend. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to like uplift her, hope that she gets where she needs to get. And yes, I don't know. I just think that like it'd be low key, like I don't want to say hating, but it do. Like people only want to see you as far as they see themselves. It's like, oh, like, wait, you getting over that, like you getting up to this point? Like, nah, like you cool, but then once say you hit 1 million followers, now everybody
I knew her back
I knew that was my friend. But hold on, baby. Where was you at when I was at 2? Like, hold on, baby. Like,
where was you at when I was like at 1,000?
At 1,000, when I was at 300. Like, where was the support? And it's like, and it's not mandatory, but I will say, like, those are the types of things people remember. Like, I'm a very like good friend, like in the sense of like if I genuinely feel like you're my community, like you show up for me, whatever, like I'm gonna always do what I can to show up for you, support you, like breathe life into you, all those things. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always remember, like it's like it ain't even a track record, but it's like, no, don't wait until you see everybody else banging with me and then being like, oh, let me hop on the train now. Okay, everybody likes London. No. Like ride with me the whole way, because then by the time I'm there, it's like, oh, I'm taking all y'all with me because I knew y'all was with me. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, so I want to push back just a teeny bit.
Okay.
So for me, when it comes to like support, especially because most of the support is like social media, I think people get too caught up in the fact that like of what like support looks like. And what I mean by that is that I've seen people like make pages for whatever they're doing and and then complain that people didn't follow.
Okay, no, that's support. A little different. Yeah. Like, no, that's a stretch. Like, also, don't.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's a good point you make, because that's not what I'm saying. Like, I am not guilt tripping nobody for not. Like, I don't know, that shit is cringe to me. Like
I'm not don't get watching on the internet,
and don't get on the internet shading people like, oh, it be your main. No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, in the sense of like, there are people you can tell who genuinely like just watching. So like they're like, I think there's a big difference between those people who are like kind of begging their friends to do for everything versus people who just kind of authentically do their thing and then notice like some of the people that call them like they day ones, whatever, are just noticeably silent. Like I think that there's like a really big difference. Like you don't got to repost every single thing that I do, but you ain't do what? Like you ain't not one time. Like I mean, I've been doing I've been doing this for years. Like I think there's, and again, not associates, but like people you genuinely are like considering your friends. Like I think there's like sometimes we let. And I think that's just like in the Black community in general, like our idea of community has just completely been misconstrued. Like community is supposed to show up for you. Community is supposed to support you. Like, so yeah, I think that again, no shade. Like if you don't want to support, listen, I keep saying I'm gonna be a millionaire. So at the end of the day, like we gonna just see how we rock.
And see, and that's my mentality too, is that I believe in me, and I
know I'm gonna get
so
it.
I don't really care that like so and so didn't follow me when I was at fucking month 1. Or
Yeah.
I don't care,
but I will care when you're trying to like hang off my clout, because that's really what it comes. That's what it comes down to.
It'll happen.
And like I don't think, because I don't care about like that type of thing. But I will say, like as soon as people feel like you got low status, you got low emotion, you got this and that, now everybody in your face, and it's like that's weird. That's weird. That's a little weird.
So how have you built your circle around you that supports you in your growth with this?
I just feel like a lot of again, I have a lot of just like authentic relationships just across. It's so funny because like even when I have like birthday parties or group trips or whatever, like I'm the person that mixes a friend group. Like I'm a mix a friend group down.
Really?
Yes, and it always works out.
Is men scared to do that?
It always, for the most part, like I'm in a new city now, but like back home, it always works out because I genuinely feel like discernment is important. Like if you start to kind of feel a type of way towards somebody, that's your intuition going off that they're probably not really somebody that's really aligned friend wise. And I try to like distance myself from people like that. But yeah, no, I think like I'm a Delta. So through my organization, like I have people that are like my sisters for life. Like, there's also like my friendships I made in college. Like I still connected a couple of them. I have like people like literally like even just through Jersey, like just people that I've like made friends through like some best friends, like, like really cultivating that. And then coming into DC, I used to go out by myself a lot. So like
Really?
I'd be at the bar. Yeah, like I'd be at the bar and just like chilling, eating, and then someone just comes up, we start rapping, and next thing you know, like I see them at an event or they invite me out and they're like, hey, come to this thing. So like kind of, I think how I built my community out here was really just being me, doing my own thing.
Yeah.
And then now I kind of just like built connections and like built like real relationships with people through that. I mean, making new friends in a new city, like that was, that's hard. Like it's really hard because, and I feel
all these
like,
friends you're talking about, you met like in DC?
In DC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like I didn't have family out here. I didn't have friends out here, nothing. Like I just dropped into the city and said, let's see what.
So how does that like work? Okay, now it's Friday night. Like, okay, like you ain't got no, like what do you do?
I go out. I was literally finding I was finding events on Posh that I was just like, oh, this seems interesting. Let me go. And I would just go by myself. Through that, like my first friend that I met in DC, I actually met at Oku at happy hour. We were talking, vibing, like laughing, kicked it off. And then next thing you know, he was inviting me around like all his friends. And then like I became friends with their homegirl that they've been friends with since college. And then I met another girl, like one of my closer friends here in DC. She hit me up on TikTok. And then like, it was like weird because I'm like, oh my God, like what if it's weird? But it was like literally hit it off. Like it was like we hit it off and like literally probably like one of my top homegirls in the city. So I don't know, like you just have to, again, discernment is important. Like sure. I think I'm learning that actively. Like I'm learning like, you know, there are just go out friends. There are friends you tell your business to. And like, it's so funny because that's why I said like DC is like college because like, you know these things, but when you are like in your 20s,
why can't everybody in the same
or like you get to a certain age and you're kind of like, wait, are we still on that shit? Where like, we can't, like I can't confide, you know, like are we still like with like immature mindset? You know what I mean? Like, and so like, that's my thing. I'm like, I kind of was giving everybody a fair chance of like, well, I'm assuming I'm mature, I'm a grown ass woman. Why would anybody else I'm around not be on that? But that's just the real, like everybody's in a different stage of life and different stage of development. So it's just kind of like, you just have to really be discerning and just know what circles are what, basically. Nice. And for what. Like, but again, all of my friends out here, like dope people, cool people, like I feel like I've definitely like cultivated a lot of like genuine relationships out here, which is really dope. Mm-hmm. And also like, it's so funny because I've always just had more male friends in my life, which is like, I don't know, it's like I'm just, like literally through my track record, it's like some of my best friends are guys. Like, and it's never on a weird, like, oh, they trying to, you know, like, cause I think I posted something about that where I was like,
listen, I had that conversation that guy friends thing. It's very interesting. I be seeing those TikToks where they be like, yo, those guy friends are just trying to.
Yeah. Like, what? Like, that's so weird. Like, no, like
That'll be your experience, but I'm trying to tell you, some of these niggas really be lurking in the weeds.
But I think that you can always, I don't know. I feel like you can always tell. Yes, I feel like you can always tell a nigga that's like really like genuinely just cool. And that's not to say that the man's not attracted. Because I think if you're a straight man, like if you see an attractive woman, you're going to be attracted. That's bare minimum. But that doesn't mean like I feel like men who are used to being around pretty women, not to say it like that, but like and are cool, like and can just be cool, have sexual discipline, they're not pressed about their homegirls. Like they're genuinely just like this could be like my little brother. You don't even see her like that because it's like, okay, we built like a relationship. There is no, oh, I'm just waiting for the opportunity. Like I don't have any male friends in my life like that. Better grace God, because
facts, because they're out there.
Yeah.
So how was wanted to transition a little bit. How was your time at Seton Hall?
It was cool. Like I don't know.
It was just cool.
Yeah, like it's cool. I don't know. Like me, like I think education is important, particularly now. You know, when they're trying to just do all the things that they're doing in the world, particularly in our Black spaces, like being educated is very important. But I struggle because I think a lot of what I've like done in my life, career, whatever, have really been me just kind of like jumping into the field, like, and learn, like, you know, learning the hard way and like trying to, and failing. Like, like I think like school is kind of like a simulation of just like, learn how to quantum physics this that you'll probably never use ever in life.
Ever.
And then you get into the real world and you're like, wait, no, what's important is being able to communicate. What's important is being able to like really think critically and like be able to, like there's like just like real world tangible skills I think are like sometimes, I won't say more important, but just like very important when you just get out of school. So yeah, like school's cool. Like I say I encourage all of my people to go to get that degree because that's not something they can take away from you. But I think getting in the field and also knowing what you're passionate about, where you're called, all those things early so that you can start trying to invest in yourself like early on.
It didn't really answer how your experience was at Seton Hall. That was like a general college.
Yeah. Shout out to Seton Hall though. Like, don't get it confused. Like, Seton Hall's a great, great, great school. But it was cool.
Well, at least you had that to say about them.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh man, so do you want to be a full-time creator? Why not?
No. I would like to be a full-time entrepreneur in the sense of like, there's gonna be like business ventures that I'm doing. But content creation would just be kind of like something I'm doing alongside of that. I think the reason why not is really just down to like, sometimes people, it's like too much of a like entitled field. Like if I want to like take a break for a month or two, everything about your life is kind of dependent upon like how much you want to share, how much you want to produce, like what types of brands are going to want to sponsor you, like things like that. And granted, I think those are like amazing opportunities, but I feel like the way that I want to orchestrate my life is like something that allows me to do this like as fun. Like if I think sometimes when you take things you like to do and it becomes your everything, you start to kind of like lose passion for it because it's like, oh, this is how I pay my bills. This is how I, get my chicken, whatever. So like, I think for sure, like I would love to continue to do this and like grow and like all of that. But there's just like so many other lanes that I want to get into that I wouldn't want to like box myself in just to content creating.
That's very interesting. I never thought about it like that entitled. Like I get that like when you're a full-time creator, it's like
your life is everybody's or like what people like your life. And it's so funny because people be saying these things and like people's comments and stuff is like people get mad at like people and they're like, oh, y'all just hating. And they're like, well, we pay for your life. Like I personally, but it's
I get it.
I mean, it's not true, right? Because there's brands that are whatever, but there's like that air of like, no, people do feel entitled to your time, your energy, your thoughts, all those things because
especially if you live stream.
It's because this is what I've put out for y'all. Like I'm showing y'all everything I'm doing. So if I ever just decide I don't want to do this anymore and I just want to, it's like I would have to come make a complete 360, and try to find a new lane. So yeah, like for me, I think like it's great. Like it's a great way to. It's kind of like your net worth. Your net worth is your network. And it's kind of like that. Like you can use social media as a tool, but like for me personally, I don't necessarily think it would be like my end all be all.
And then what's one thing social media made normal that should not have been?
Harassing people. Like why do we feel, and I think we're comfortable because it's behind a screen. Yeah. Like you would never step to me like this in real life, ever. Like you said, like some of the stuff people be saying to people and I'm like, now if you saw that person in real life, you was never saying that to them. And people will, like I think like harassment and just like being rude and mean and stuff and nasty, like I don't know why the internet sometimes can be so negative and nasty, but like it's like y'all not doing this in real life. Y'all not like it's like fake tough. Like why are we sitting here or like overly critique, like because you're overly critiquing every little thing someone has on, the way that they look, this, that, the third, like how they put out the light that they had on, and while they were recording, you should get this, like, bro, like you're behind the screen. So I think like harassment and just like overly critiquing everybody, I don't think that should have been normal. We had like food critics and we had, play critics in real life that would like write about it in blogs and get paid for it. And I think like everybody's a critic now. Everybody's a social media critic and everything has to be overly analyzed by people who have no actual like technical grounds on it.
And to take that a step further, I think because of social media and how you get like paid for views, people find it okay to like film themselves like doing stupid shit or harassing people to try to get clout. And it's like, bro, what?
Like, or even just like, yeah, oh, that's a good, like, even like when people be like trying to like provoke random strangers into fights or tripping, like, what are we doing? Like, or like everything is like for the view. Like, oh yeah, well, if I do this, no, like, why are you jumping off a bridge and recording it to be like, oh, I'm bridge diving? No, you're doing, and you're recording it because you knew that's gonna get a lot of views, but it's like, we started getting into like real dangerous territory. Like, let's start being a little bit more smart.
Hey, you posted this hot take. You said most girls are not girls. Can you expand on that?
Most girls are not girls. No, I think it's real. Like, I think, and the more I'm like,
let's define what a girl is first, because I don't know what that means.
I think a girl's girl is honestly a people's person.
Okay.
Meaning you're somebody who is like genuine. I'll use it in women's terms. Like, you're genuine, not like overly male-centered. I think a lot of women who are not girls tend to be a little bit more male-centered. So things are like, if they had to choose between a homegirl and that man, they go with that man. And I also think that it's just someone who like shows up for you. Like, and again, that's why I said people's person. Like, you're somebody that shows up. You're a genuinely good person. And I say most women are not girls. I really was talking about the fact that I think that it'd be like a dog eat dog world. Like, it's like if you know, if I want that man, like, and you was looking at him, I'm finna listen. May the best girl win. Like, it's like a dog fight, but like a cat fight or whatever you want to say. Like, for like women sometimes, and I think we're taught a lot of the times, like as young girls, like, or not even taught, like it's sometimes ingrained in society to be very like individualistic. And then like from a girl's perspective, like that means that like in order for me to be, you know, here, like I have to like be better than you, or like just have like this jealousy because it's like, you know, like I just have to be, I have to have a leg up over you. And because of that, I don't even necessarily like blame like women. I think like our society has really shaped women in the sense of like, we're always in like comparison culture. Like, we're looking at Instagram models and they got all the body or whatever. And it's like, oh, well, dang, like I'm trying to be like that. Like, you know, it's just because of comparison culture, because of like societal pressure standards, because of like just women in general having, you know, just different insecurities that we go through, whatever. I think it just leads to this era of like, well, I'm individualistic and I'm going to go out and get what I want, no matter whose toes I have to step on. Luckily, I've been blessed where like a lot of my homegirls that I really like A1 day ones, none of the things that I mentioned aren't girls. They are very much girls. Like, you know, if I got to go to the bathroom, oh no, girl, I'm coming with you. Or like, if I'm going to leave, no, I'll walk out with you. Like, you know, just things where you're really going to look out. And it's like, I think we definitely need more of that. For sure.
I thought it was like kind of code, like, you know what I mean?
I had a situation with a girl who's, you know, did some bullshit and really like specifically said, well, I never claimed to be a girl's girl. Like, I mean, it's.
She said that?
Yeah, it's to my face.
Damn.
Yeah.
You cannot go out with that friend.
No, I don't talk to her, but like, it's like, I mean, it's real. Like, and I don't even think some people notice it. Like, yeah, just being like the like, even if you're like weird and shady, like, it's like, that whole, like I never really, like, again, I just can't be fake. So it's like, if it's like either we banging, you like me or you don't. Like, I don't like that like in between thing. And even down to like when you see like on social media where there's like a really pretty girl, she's posting whatever, like sometimes you'll see like really hateful like stuff from other women. Like you'll see like, and again, I'm not about to name, but like there was like one person who like really blew up. And I guess like the women didn't like how she blew up. And so it was just like dogging her. And it's like, yo, like if this was you, like regardless of whatever, like if you were this woman, like would you want that to be your reality? And then people justify like, well, she shouldn't. No, like as a woman, I like am hurt for other women who are getting attacked by women on the internet. So like, why are you being that person? And you see it a lot. Like I see it a lot. So.
It's the end of the interview, so I want to ask you, what do you want to leave the audience with before we close out?
So a couple of things, I guess, like, I think what we talked about a lot was just more like, you know, showing up authentically yourself. And also like being like a leader and like not subjecting yourself to groupthink. So I would definitely want to leave people with that. Like, I think sometimes it's like really, really scary to just like be yourself. And I feel like for me, like me just being me has always been my greatest asset. People either love it, they hate it, whatever, but like I'm just gonna be who I am and I'm never gonna like shrink from that. So I think that that's really important. Also, we talked a lot about dating. So like for me also, I think that what I'm saying kind of like ties into that as well. Like you can date or whatever or not date and you be fine. Like I'm totally okay and I'm totally happy being single. And I'm also like not, what's it called? Like I'm not like lowering my standards just to
Be with somebody.
be with somebody or feel like I gotta get some quick stuff and being disrespected. Like I think respect is your greatest asset. So like don't be letting people like disrespect you just for the sake of not wanting to be alone. Plug. I did write a book about that.
So you did a book. It was like a 9-day workbook about what, self-love?
It's called Loving Without Losing Yourself.
Okay, what inspired you to write that book?
I think that like as I've just gotten older, there's like a lot of things that I've learned. Like I've been in therapy since 2021. So I've learned a lot about like my attachment styles, learned a lot about just like how I show up in relationships. I've been in 2 relationships, so like things that I've learned through past relationships, like just a combination of just things. And then also just like talking to my homegirls and like understanding what they're going through and then trying to like be that voice of reason. I felt like I was just feeling called to be like, yo, like a lot of us, we get in relationships sometimes as women and men, might start gaining weight or, you know, like not doing the things that we actually feel passionate about, all those things. So how do you find yourself in love without like losing yourself? And so like that's kind of where the inspiration started to come from. And one day I just kind of like I design like flyers, like I do a lot of graphic design. So one day I was just like playing around designing something, and then like I literally designed the cover, the title, and like that's where it started. Like it wasn't even I had the book, I literally like designed the workbook first, and then I just started filling it in of like, oh wait, I want this to be a 9-day journey. Like I want people to reflect on how they show up in relationships, what their attachment styles are, who are they today, how will they like be in the future, like things like that. And then also like have affirmations that they can give themselves to pick up themselves on a regular day. And then also like things that they can pray to God for. So
is there any particular experience that you had that made you think that you needed to do this?
Well, I think loving without losing yourself, like sometimes you can think about that in a romantic sense. I'm someone, like I think I was mentioning this earlier, I'm just a very like giving person naturally. If I like call you a friend, if I call you family, if I call you whatever, it's like I like tend to just like, okay, I'm gonna give it all. And through that, like sometimes you kind of are like, not like, well, people don't reciprocate in the same way, and not necessarily that's what you should be looking for. But sometimes you find yourself like giving, and then it's like, wait, like my cup, I done poured everything out of my cup, and there was nobody behind me pouring back, you know? So I think, yeah, like in my life, like I think just being naturally a giving person, being naturally like just like a loving person, I've definitely had experiences where I was like, hold on, like I'm a little tired, like where's my rejuvenation, you know? And I think learning that about myself, accepting that about myself, because I think sometimes you can get like mad at yourself, like, dang, like why am I like this? Why am I so nice? But it's like, it's not you. It's like, how do I show up fully still in love and like being myself, but still maintaining my boundaries with any relationship that I have in my life?
That's what's up. Was that your first digital product or? Oh,
no, it's a digital product.
Okay.
But it's not my first. My first actually is a DMV healthcare guide, which I also have linked. Where I basically, my mom, she came down for Christmas last Christmas and was like really, really sick. And I'm not from here. So I was like on Christmas, I'm like trying to figure out like, where do I take her in the DMV? That's actually a good hospital, you know, it's going to take care of her, whatever, because I had took her somewhere and it was just a horrible experience, and they misdiagnosed her basically.
Right.
And so I put a video on TikTok, and people were like, when I say I got probably like over 100, I don't even know. It was so many comments. I went through every single last one of those comments, and I made a product where it's free. Like I basically like put all the hospitals people were recommending, hospital people were not recommending, and where there was like mixed reviews across the DMV. So within DC, Maryland, and then Virginia, and then like I put like something in there around like, you know, when to go to ER versus when to go to urgent care. And yeah, like, so that this is like my second digital product. My first one was the DMV healthcare guide.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And shout out to all those people that like helped you build.
Yes, thank God. I put on there too, I was like, this is community built. Like in my product, it says like, this is just a combination of like everybody in the community, from the community. I am not a healthcare professional, so don't try to be like I put that overly like this is like just based off of
my experience
and others' experiences. Do what you want to do, but I think this is a helpful starting point. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Love London Paris. That's LOOV London Paris. And on YouTube at Love London. Bye.